Now imagine this: as you approach a lift system of a building to help you get to a level either above or below where you presently are within the building. Instead of finding an entrance, you discover that it was built all round without access. Just imagine it. All right. You might have not encountered this in real life because it doesn't really make sense to have such system cast all around with concrete. My concern is not actually about access. If it doesn't make sense to keep all sides fully cast with concrete during construction of a lift system, why do we then keep them all solid in our designs and modeling? Because you find many designs people do with no blocked access all around, assuming that the whole lift structure is fully cast or will be fully cast. So in this video, I'll be showing to you how to keep the entrance of your lift system open as you model and design your structure. Why do you have to learn this? Because that volume of concrete, there is this volume of concrete you don't need in your design. It increases the loads on your design. It increases a whole lot of things in your consideration, and then in the long run you're trying to load your foundation even more. Looking at this building that I'm trying to model here, this is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 floors, suspended floors that I have here. All right, and imagine the volume of concrete the entrance of this lift system would amount to on the foundation if I did not remove it from that building. So in this video, I'll be showing to you how you can keep your entrance open while you do your modeling and your design. All right, if you're joining my channel for the first time, I'm Joshua the designer, and I make amazing content in civil and structural engineering. I bring life to you, tutorials that can get you better all the time in design of building structures. All right, so do well to like this video, subscribe to this channel, share with your friends that should get better at structural engineering. Let's get into it. All right, so this is how I came about all these entry points being opened while I do my design, and that's exactly what I want to show you. All right, so let me take you to the architecture to see where we started from. Now this is what we're trying to achieve. This is the lift system, and these are the entrance into the old system, right from the ground to the last suspended floor. All right, so how then do we achieve this? Now looking at this, I've already positioned all the retaining wall roundabout where the lift is going to be. Now if you don't know how to model this, I have videos on this channel already on how to model all the elements in Prota Structure. What I want to just show you is how to make your entry point, your access point, your entrance. Okay, all right, so what you do is wherever the access is supposed to be, just like in my own architecture, I have it on this side. All right, so once you have identified which side is supposed to carry the entrance, you then have to dimension from here to here. That's 550 from the face of the wall. All right, then you come here, right clicking on the particular wall, you locate your wall opening editor. So while you do that wall opening editor, the width of your wall, of your entrance, the width of your entrance as indicated in the architecture, and that's why I showed you this. So let's check our architecture. The width of our entrance here says 1050, and that's exactly why you see 1050 here. The height of the entrance is 2.1 meters, and that's why you have that position there. So whatever it is that is on your architecture, please do that. This X here is the distance from the beginning of the wall in particular that you're dealing with. The beginning of the wall in particular that you're dealing with. So how do I know the wall, the beginning? No, let's go back there. Look at this wall the way you have it. This wall started from the outer face and then ends at the outer face. of this particular setup. Okay, so if you're considering that, you come here, check from this outer point down to this place. So this is saying 775, and this is also saying 775. Okay, so in your own case, just right click, edit, wall opening editor. All right, and then this X now is saying from this face down here 775. All right, now you can see that with this 775 on this side and to the other side is not balanced. Okay, now I know the total dimension of this width to be 2375. All right, once you subtract your width, the entrance width, from your 2375, all right, you have a particular figure, and by dividing it by 2, will give you that value that you have in that place. So if we care to do that, 2375 minus 10, whatever we have there, let's use our calculator. 2375 minus 1050. So we have 1325. Now to make the width to the sides balanced, all right, so that the entrance can be centralized as against what we have here. Look at now, there is this larger part and then the smaller part, so we don't want that. So you have to come back here and divide by 2. Then you have 662.5. Let's try to put 662.5. Now what do you have? You have something that is more centralized. Okay, so once I do this for all my entry points across all the floors, you discover that you have the volume of concrete excused from that part. You see that the openings are there. The openings are there all around the retaining wall. So you just want to do that. It helps you reduce the loads that may be coming down to the foundation, especially when you're having a very the higher rise structures. Okay, even if you don't have an high rise structure, since is the volume of concrete is not supposed to be there, so why do you have to load your structures? It doesn't seem to be too reasonable. All right, so this is how I got to do this all the time. So if you're new to my channel, I am Joshua the designer. I make amazing content in civil and structural engineering. Do well to like, to subscribe, do well to share these videos with your friends that should get better in structural engineering. Till we'll see in the next video. Bye.